Welcome back to the most important episode of Lamar Jackson's player career. Today we play the Steelers. We host them at home, but let's take a quick jump over here to the standings in the AFC North. Thanks to a weak division and a 45-16 win over the Bengals last week, we are first in the AFC North. The Browns are first in the AFC North. Then it's the Bengals, Steelers, and the Ravens at the bottom, 4-10. And we have a chance today to go to the playoffs. If we win both our games, there is no way that we don't make the playoffs. We could even potentially lose one of our games and still make it to the playoffs. Of course, that's not what we're aiming for. This is where we can carve our legacy. This is really huge as a rookie quarterback to take the Browns to the playoffs. I said at the beginning of the series, I don't remember the exact records the previous 2 years that we had to sim through, but they weren't very good. Of course, we know 2016 technically was a 1-15 season. I think they won 2 or 3, 4 games maybe at the most last season, and now we're here, 7-7, chance to go to the playoffs, and all we have to do is win every game that we play, and there's only 2 left to play. Let's get into it against the Steelers. I think they beat us when we went to them, but we get to host them now, and let's see if that makes a difference. The goals for this week: throw for over 100 yards and 300 yards total offense. And the way I read that is the goals this week want us to rush for 200 yards and just throw for 100. I'll see what I can do, goals. So our defense not only stops them scoring any points, but gets us the ball at the 50-yard line to start this game. And as we saw, the weekly goal really wanted us to run the ball a lot. That's how I interpreted it. So let's get straight into it. See what we get here. Quick pass out to DeValve, who doesn't hold on. It's on your lap. Nobody catches anything in this game. So we wasted the defense giving us good field position. The Steelers go down and score 3. Honestly, DeValve's off the list. He's not catching any more balls today unless it's the one corner round. Oh, look at that. A play designed with DeValve in mind. We ignore him. We go to Butler instead. And that is why we like Butler now. We can trust Butler, and I think he's going to go all the way. Shazier is going to make it a foot race. However, he goes all the way for the touchdown. Forget DeValve. He's done for the game. Butler is the man. All right, how about this? 39-yard line. Good field position from the defense. We can go up by a lot of points here if we go and take this one in. This is your last chance, DeValve. No, we got caught. We got caught making a better run. Wide open Christian McCaffrey should have thrown to. Right, what do we have here? We have Butler running something deep. Oh, that should have been out quicker to Pryor. However, that defender just completely ignored him for whatever reason, and he picks up a lot of yards. Let's see what we get here. Quick to Coleman. No, Coleman, don't come back to meet it when we're trying to get a first down. You're off the list. It's that easy. Here we are on our own 2-yard line, but no points allowed, and we're going with a fullback dive just to give us some breathing room. Please pick up some breathing room. Nice breathing room. So the way I'm going today, I've taken already 2 receivers off the list. However, the 2 on the right side here are fully allowed. Duke Johnson Jr., you're off the list. It wasn't necessarily his fault, but I'm going to see how long I can keep this going for until I really mess myself up. Probably a little bit, well, maybe say cocky right now. But it's also fun. We are winning, and Butler is good enough and Pryor is good enough to carry the team. We still got McCaffrey who's on the list, so let's keep this going. I'm going to be as fickle as I can. Well, this is not a good look to run into. However, we have to run into it. Oh, never mind. If it was a perfect look to run into. McCaffrey, can he go all the way? He's going to get caught, isn't he? He's not going to get caught. He goes all the way. We only do big plays today. Christian McCaffrey running into a pretty full box. Takes it all the way for I don't know how many yards. Was it over 90? I don't know, but it was a huge run. Christian McCaffrey carrying the Browns into the playoffs. More good field position from the defense as well on the 39-yard line. Another chance to score. We'll give it to Duke Johnson Jr., who finds loads of space himself. The Steelers cannot play football today, and Duke Johnson Jr. goes all the way. Big play day. It's all we do. It's all we need. We are destroying the Steelers play after play. Huge play after huge play. We're about to hit that 300 yards total offense goal by half time at this rate. And this is me being fickle, taking people off the list every time they don't do exactly what I need them to. And now Pryor, who's still on the list, can get the ball and picks up the first down, and there's a flag. Of course there is. That flag was actually roughing the passer, which, you know, happens not that often, about as often as you'd expect for a mobile quarterback, in all honesty. Look at that. Go on, blitz from the side and let me just throw to DeValve. Oh, no! Oh, no! Look what I did. I shouldn't have done that, although it was wide open. I'm not as fickle as I thought. Here is the deal. If we go into halftime, 28-3 up, you know, 4 touchdowns, I think what we will do in the second half is play a lot of options, a lot of VIA stuff as well. Flipping heck, how is he so fast? What a throw by Jackson, though. Crazy body control to get that one off. Very nice. There we go. That was enough time. Let's throw it here. Is that Butler? I don't know. Yes, it is Butler for the touchdown. And this play, wow, I'm not even going to run the play. We'll see the clock run down. We go into the half, 28-3. So let's go again. We're going for the triple option now. This is what we can do because, well, I didn't do anything else. And again to McCaffrey. This isn't fun. You don't give us the triple option if you constantly don't go after McCaffrey. So they still haven't scored any points. Our defense is playing ridiculously. The turnaround in this season, I would probably credit more to the defense than anything else. In all honesty, can't pretend it was the offense. However, the offensive line started to play better. All right, so they scored a touchdown. It's now 28-10. Obviously, we don't have to worry. However, if we keep being stupid, we would have to start worrying. So we'll start playing a little bit more seriously now. Will we? Now we're going to have to start worrying because that was stupid. I mean, stupidity was whoever was supposed to be blocking Dupree just not doing it. Bigger stupidity was me just chucking it at someone who was quite closely covered. Let's see what we get here. Oh, boring. Duke Johnson Jr. Nobody wants to throw to him. No offense, dude. I mean, you should take offense, but I didn't mean it offensively. Look at that. That is crazy. Lamar Jackson has been throwing these footballs in some crazy positions. All right, this is the play we really messed up on the last time. And we really mess up on it again. There we go. I was playing safety. How? I'm staying away from that play. I get told to use it in the 2 clock situations. I don't think our coach knows I am terrible at doing anything correctly. You won't believe it, tried to give it to us again. However, we got a turnover here, might be on downs. Like I said, I'm still not sure whether it counts it technically as that. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Come on, Jackson. Come on, Jackson. There we go. This is the run we've been waiting for all season. 92 yards. Lamar Jackson into the end zone on an option play. It comes right at the end of this game. I can't believe it finally happened. I felt like it had to. Surely it had to happen at some point this season. And it does there as we're just trying to chew the clock. 92 yards. Almost 500 total yards. 7 yards away from 500 total yards. Can we get it here as we run the clock down? McCaffrey seems desperate not to. And there we have it. 34-17. We beat the Steelers. Now, depending on how it goes, obviously, if the Bengals won or lost, I believe they were playing the Ravens this week, which, of course, Ravens are 4-10, so we don't know. But if the Bengals lost, we can lose our next game. Not that we plan to, but obviously we could. If they win, we still technically have to win our next game, or do we not? And, of course, then again, depends on how the Bengals do. Let's take a look at the team stats today. 200 yards, 72% completion percentage, 200 yards, obviously I said that as if that's a lot. That's not actually a lot passing, but it's on 18 attempts. 13 completions, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, both of them equally stupid. But rushing, Christian McCaffrey, since he came back, it's been the difference. There is no arguing that. He has been the difference since he's come back. 140 yards today, 8.2 yards per carry, 1 touchdown. We, on 7 attempts, only have 96 yards. I say only because obviously we went for a 92-yard rushing touchdown. We had a lot of lost yards when we were just messing around with options. Turns out that's the option play we should have been going with. And even Duke Johnson Jr. has 64 yards today, 1 touchdown as well. Everybody having a great day today. And Darrell Young, to be fair, just the 1 play, but it was when we were backed up at the 2 and he picked up 7 yards. Very good day for everybody. Interested to see how the defense did. But of course, we look at receivers first. Bryce Butler in with 131 yards, 2 touchdowns. DeValve 14, Pryor 34, Coleman 21. Not using them that much, but who cares if we don't have to use them. Christian Kirksey leading this team, 11 tackles, Collins with 6 behind him, 2.5 sacks for Emmanuel Ogba, 2 sacks for Ryan Anderson, a sack for Myles Garrett, and no forced fumbles or anything, so I don't know how the turnovers happened, with no interceptions, no forced fumbles, but I know The Steelers turned the ball over twice, but it's all irrelevant because we won. We won, and it was a ridiculous win. Finally, that huge rushing touchdown from Lamar Jackson. Ladies and gentlemen, please meet your 2018 AFC North Division champions, the Cleveland Browns. 8-7. The Bengals are 6-9. So even if they win their final game, the best they can do is 7-9. The worst we can do is 8-8. And now, wouldn't everybody love to see an 8-8 team in the playoffs? However, it may happen because we're playing a very tough Falcons team. 12-2-1 they are so far. However, I think we have a lot of confidence. Most importantly, confidence in the defense. 7 sacks against the Steelers last week. Really holding them to very low points until we started messing around with stupid plays and giving the Steelers good field position. So no blame there can be given to the Browns defense. We did a good job. I don't think anybody else important got injured at all. Let's just take a quick look. No, they did not. We're completely fine. Gary Barnidge technically could be brought back earlier. I don't know if the coach would decide to do that. But we are in the playoffs. There is no doubt about that. That is 100% now. So this game, I'm not going to, just completely not try anything because it would be nice to be 9-7 just outright anyway. Because, being above 500 is a big difference compared to being 500. So we do want to win this game. It's a home game as well. We need to give these Cleveland fans something to be excited about. And we're going to play the Falcons and really try hard, not just start messing around with stupid plays like we did at the end against the Steelers. And let's get into this game. So the goals this week. 65% completion percentage and the dreaded red zone completion percentage. I swear every time we get a red zone completion percentage goal, the game goes terribly. And now this is a very good Falcons team, so I won't be surprised if it went terribly. However, we are going to be very smart today. Try and not throw any interceptions because we've thrown too many this season. Sometimes, they're just stupid. Sometimes we got unlucky. But at the end of the day, they all go on Lamar Jackson's permanent record. So we've got to throw none this week. At least give him 1 week of not adding more interceptions. We'll go run heavy again. We'll let Christian McCaffrey carry us into the playoffs. And let's get it. So it's a snow day today, which I don't think is going to cause problems with the Falcons in white. However, they've already gone down and scored a touchdown. But catching an indoor team, in the snow could work in our favor here. And Christian McCaffrey picks up some yards. Right, so the list today has been completely reset. Everybody is on the list again, but Butler, of course, is on the list anyway. And those two guys collide there trying to tackle him. And we pick up the first down. There we go, wide open again. Butler somehow has completely, look at that, breaking tackles. Butler has climbed pretty much to the top of my list here. I happily pass to him all the time now, considering I tried to avoid him like the plague early in the season. Okay, this one I don't like the look of right now. Oh, what the? No! There was at least the center there who didn't block Grady Jarrett whatsoever, and I'm pretty sure there was a second player in there as well. Look! Okay, so he did try and block him, but Christian McCaffrey just completely ran. Well, you could see the tiny hesitation there as if he was going to try. So the Falcons went straight down again for another touchdown. I think the reason why we're making the playoffs, of course the reason why we're making the playoffs is because our division's weak. That's why we're able to win it. But it also means we've played, a lot of weaker teams. The Falcons, I don't know if we can keep up with them. That is right, your eyes do not deceive you. 28-10, but I haven't missed out showing you any offensive plays. They scored a touchdown. Then we scored a touchdown, I assume, off the kickoff. And then they went down and scored another touchdown, and finally we get the ball back. Okay, let's see. Hopefully we can find Coleman deep here. Hopefully we can see Coleman at all. There he is. He is deep. Can he beat his man? Can he get to the ball? Yes, he can. And Coleman goes all the way for the touchdown. I mean, we're still quite behind, and they may just go all the way down and score on us again. But we're going to try our best to keep up with these Falcons today. Coleman beat his guy. We didn't see him for a long time, though. But it actually worked out in our favor because he was just getting more and more separation. And he could just go all the way quite easily. And I talked the defense up before this game is the crazy thing. They just cannot handle the Falcons. 35-17 right now. Every single drive seemingly goes for a touchdown. I think literally goes for a touchdown. The best we can do for them, and we haven't been doing it because either we go off the field quite quickly or we score long touchdowns with Coleman, is keep them off the field. Keep our defense off the field, let them catch their breath, and maybe they can get a drive where they can stop the Falcons. Okay, interesting, because I say, interesting is my way of saying there is nothing on this play I'm looking for. I'm always looking for a run though, but DeValve, you've got to, look, has nobody had a team meeting with these receivers? We have a mobile quarterback, which means on every play, you have to be thinking about making a block as soon as he moves. But apparently our team they just run upfield. The second I go, they just start sprinting towards the end zone as if they want to beat me there. Here we go, a screen to McCaffrey, who today hasn't been doing too much rushing, and again, this happens so often. Get up, get up. I'm fed up of this. Honestly, I'm not joking. I am going to spend so much XP on carrying. I'm fed up of that happening, and I know it won't change it either. I don't know what I have to do to stop that happening. Of course, with that play, it is now completely our fault that we are losing. The defense, sure, they could have stopped them scoring, but we also, let them score. All right, McCaffrey tearing down the sideline. That's who we're looking for. Okay, McCaffrey wasn't really tearing anywhere, but Terrell Pryor breaking tackles and going out of bounds. That flag probably was on us because nothing happened. And the defense get a full-blown stop there. We're on our own 10-yard line, and it's hard to see the end zone because it's, well, covered in snow. So we'll just have to make sure we don't run into it. And there were some semi-blocks, could you call them that? I don't know, he probably just ran the wrong way, that's all. So, I mean, we are so lucky that the Bengals lost because, honestly, obviously we did approach this game. Oh, forget that. Now no, forget that. Poor Jackson. For that to be his interception. I don't know how the score just went from 45 to 59. I don't even know what's going on anymore, but we are being absolutely steamrolled by these Falcons. So I think I was going into this at some point and never got the chance to finish the thought, and another flag comes up. Obviously, we played differently because we didn't have to win this game. However, had we had to win this game, I still don't think we would have won. I mean, Joe Thomas keeps getting called for holding. What's more, complete disaster-ish than that? If Joe Thomas can't not hold them, what chance does anybody else have? Let's see what's going on here. I don't know what language I just spoke. Go! Look at that, making people miss. At least we have that today. What we have over them is the fact they had to come to us and watch us beat Mike Vick's record single season rushing for a quarterback. So there we have it, a game that went terribly for us, but I'm not making excuses saying, oh, I wasn't trying. I'm simply saying, obviously, we would have tried more or paid more attention to certain things had it been a game that really mattered. However, we never really stood a chance. The only thing we hold over these Falcons is that they had to come to us and bring their fans. Everybody comes and watches Lamar Jackson break Mike Vick's single season rushing record. I don't know how many yards we have. We broke 1,000 early in the game, and we definitely broke 1,039. Not a great day, of course. That one interception, that's just pure bad luck for him. Didn't deserve that. 84 yards today, though. Christian McCaffrey, only 22 yards. Receiving, Butler with 57 yards. Coleman, 89 and a touchdown. Defensively, Jabril Peppers, 14 tackles. That's a big old number. And there's your problem. We have one sack. Congratulations, Myles Garrett, for getting the one sack, but just one sack. So here we are, we made it to the playoffs, and we play the Jags, the team that, of course, stole Lamar Jackson's MVP award. That's what I'm saying anyway. And Blake Bortles won it. However, we won Offensive Rookie of the Year. And so what we can do now is go in here and make them rethink the fact they gave it to him. And by beating the Jaguars in the playoffs, can we do that? I do not know. I say I do not know purely because of, how good the Falcons were. But we did win Offensive Rookie of the Year. Well deserved. We did take the team 8-8. However, you know how I said it's better to be over 500 than it is to be 500. And it is. I, however, wasn't able to make that happen. And that is it for this episode. Next week are the playoffs, and we try and show the Jags a little something about quarterback play.